My name's Caroline and I'm an audio describer for Talking Theatre.
What is audio description?
Audio description is basically painting pictures with words, so filling in the gaps of the visual images that otherwise might be missed in the whole picture of the production or the story.
Why are audio described performances so important?
Audio described performances are really important so that the whole theatre experience can be inclusive for everyone, so that anybody with a visual impairment or blind can attend the theatre with friends and family on an even platform, so that they can all equally enjoy the performance and then discuss it without somebody who's come with them having to whisper in their ear and say, oh, such and such has just entered the stage and they've revealed whatever it is they're going to reveal. So it just makes it much more inclusive and that they can enjoy actually attending the theatre.
What is the process for creating an audio description?
So the process for writing an audio description is basically to study the actual production itself. So the company will send a film of the production and the script, and then we'll have to work out what the visual elements are that are crucial to painting a picture of the whole performance. And sometimes you have to make decisions because there might be an awful lot going on stage. And so you have to say where is it best to home in on. And those other elements that you might have to miss out due to not having enough time during the actual production, because things are moving at speed or because it's very quick, sharp changes in dialogue, we may have to include those in the pre-show notes. So we'll prepare a 15-minute kind of speech at the beginning, which will give an introduction to the actual production, to the characters, the set, the costumes, and all the visual elements, and maybe some of the bits that we haven't got time to describe during the production to put in context.
What do you describe? Can you give us an example?
So you might describe how a character arrives, so how they're walking, their posture, their facial expression, how they look at another character, what they're wearing, because it tells you all these visual clues, gives us a lot of information about a particular character or about the story of the production. So we describe that. With movement and dance, you describe the quality of the dance as well as what they're actually doing.
Can you tell us a bit about the headset?
So when you enter the theatre, you'll come through the main doors into the foyer, and right in front of you on the left-hand side is the box office, which is also where you'll collect your headsets. So they're quite discreet, they're like a stethoscope, and they just go around your neck, and the earbuds, which will be cleaned before you get them and come with a wet wipe to be able to give them a wipe as well, will just place into your ears, and it'll be set on the right channel, and then this is just the volume, so you can adjust it during the actual performance. So for example, if it's quite a loud ballet with live music, you can turn it up, but then if there's a more intimate section where things go quieter, you can turn the headset down. So you can be in control over that as well.
Can anyone come to an audio described performance?
So an audio described performance is accessible to any member in that performance who's attending to that particular performance. Anyone can request a headset and use the service, but for those people who are coming to that performance, just because it's audio described, you will not even be aware that the audio description is actually taking place. So because the headsets are really discreet, they sit inside the user's ears, and only they will be able to hear it. So there's no sound bleed that travels out around the audience. So other members of the audience won't be affected by the audio description. However, anybody with any additional needs or maybe just wants a little bit more information about the production can take a headset and find out about the service.
What's your favourite show that you've audio described?
That's really difficult because I absolutely love theatre, and there's something in every production that I absolutely adore. However, I love doing pantomime because sometimes they're just utterly bonkers and you never know what's going to actually happen. So you've got to be on your toes. I've done a lot of live audio description for things that couldn't be scripted, like festivals and outdoor events. So that's usually quite interesting. However, I do love ballet. And Matthew Bourne's Swan Lake is possibly one of my favourite shows to audio describe.
For more information, visit our Access information page at norwichtheatre.org.